Hello, hello, it's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're all here with me. And while you're here waiting as I kind of get through this first part, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and become a subscriber if you're not. And for all of you that are subscribers, thank you so much for being here all the time and for subscribing. It really helps me to keep my YouTube channel up and going. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. And don't forget, leave comments too, because YouTube just loves when we get comments. Okay. So one of these is a 2-sheet wonder. And one of them is a 1-sheet wonder. Now you would think that this one would be the 1-sheet wonder because it's so much smaller. But this is the 2-sheet wonder, and the reason it's a 2-sheet wonder is because it has these pockets on the inside, right here. These 3 pockets used another sheet of paper, just over a little bit, and then I used the rest for pockets on here, on the inside, here, 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 here's an extra one. Anyway, that's why it became a 2-sheet wonder. Yes. And this one is the 1-sheet wonder. Now, it still has the paper in it, but I cheated. I used my scrap papers. And look at that. I like it that way. It's very cool. I've decorated this one up with some Sweet Scent of Perfume by Stamperia. And I've added some of these little cards like this, journaling note cards by Prima. So that kind of goes with the paper, doesn't it? This one does anyway, but I think I used a different one. And this is from the Stamperia. Same here, same here, same here. And here are 3 of the Prima cards. Oops. And here is what was left over, I believe, from this kit. If not, it was left over from the other 2-sheet wonder. So they each have a pretty little tag in them. And then back here we have another pocket with some more of the Prima journaling cards. And some more perfume. And then, oh, back here's a pocket too, and I didn't put anything in it, so, oh my goodness. What will go in it? Maybe this memories. There we go, we have some. No, let's not put memories in there. Let's find a pretty card. Today was magical. I love that. Let's see if it'll fit. Perfect. Okay. And so this is made out of the strip off of the top right here. And I just put this little perfume stuff on it here and added a backing to it just to make it stronger. And we'll see if I can get it back on here. Ta-da! And then it becomes part of the cover, which is very pretty. So we are going to attempt this today. If we don't do it, well, we'll make something else. But we'll see if we can make it a 1-sheet wonder. All right. Let me get some stuff out of the way to begin with. Oh, hey, I wanted to tell you. Do you remember that I was trying out some new eyelets? And who were they by? I'll have to look. I think I must have thrown the paper away. Oh. Craftolier eyelets. I have to say that they are a little bit long. And so they don't crush down like they quite should. I really had to crush them down hard to get them to lay flat. And they're still not flat, you see. So I don't know if it needs to be a thicker paper or what. Oh, and something else, by the way. My Colorbox ink pad, I found out that Colorbox actually closed their doors quite some time ago. But there is still ink floating around made by them. And so the ink would be old. I'm going to just set that there for now. But this is the best ink pad I have ever bought. And it is still very juicy. And I absolutely love it. And I had mentioned that Carol was going to look for some over at Free Spirit Arts. And I noticed that on Amazon it was very expensive, and I thought, that's weird. It can't, I know it's great ink, but it's not worth that. Anyway, I went and checked. They are a company that is no longer in action, and so people selling their Colorbox inks off are selling them at a very high rate. So I'm looking for a new ink, because I'm not going to pay the price that Amazon wanted for this. Absolutely not. No way, no how. Okay, I'm going to leave this open. I will continue to buy these eyelets, even though I'll probably use them with a little, I'll thicken up my paper maybe, just because they're so much cheaper. So I'm not trying to sound cheap here, but you know, hey, that's the way it is sometimes. If you want to craft, you can't spend all your money all the time, right? Okay, this piece of paper I've got out too, just in case I need it. But I did bring along also some 6x8 pads and some 6x6 pads, just in case I need them. Because, well, you want to add extras to it, and you can't do that with just a one-sheet wonder. So save your tear strip off the top. We're going to use this side of it. And that's weird. It has another color right there. Okay. We are going to cut this at 6 inches and cut it straight across. Okay? Because we don't need both of those right now. Ta-da! Okay, now we are going to, it'll take me a minute to adjust here. Now if I start on this end, these are going to end up down here. I would like this to be the outside, but I don't want to make it upside down. If I want that to be the outside, I'm going to have to start down here. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're just going to do it. It may end up on the other end. I don't know. It's so confusing sometimes, isn't it? And I don't want to confuse you guys, so I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to score this at, I did 2 7/8 originally, but then I think I shrunk it down to, where is it? Right here. I shrunk it down to 2 inches. So let me write that on here. 2 inches. Not 2 7/8. Nope, nope, nope. Not 2 7/8 there either. Nope, nope, nope. 2 inches. So I need a piece off of this one that is 2 inches. Okay, so let's cut that off first. Now, originally I did it as a fold up, but then I decided I didn't like it that way. So I just took it off of this bottom part, and it worked out fine. So there's our 2-inch piece. And that is going to get glued onto here, like so. And I want to put a little thumb notch in it. So if I look at my measuring, I can see that my 3 is right about here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right about where that C is. There we go. Let me grab some ink. I want to ink this one. Oops. Oh, let's see. I don't know how bright this one will be. Oh, because I've never used it. It's Color Box inks. Ink. Not an inks, but an ink. How many inks do you have? Oh, I have a lot of inks. Okay. So, what am I doing using all this pink? You might want to know. Well, I want to get rid of some of these paper pads, so I'm going to make a bunch of things to put on Etsy. I don't think I'm doing any markets this year, so I'm not concerned about that. Now, I gotta scoot the chair in, and we're going to start by gluing this piece on. Now, if you want it to have a little more space, do it more than a tuck. This will be considered a tuck, not necessarily a pocket. When a tuck means it's tighter, a pocket means it has a little more space. So if you want it to have more space, you'll need to make some little folded things to go on here. I can't think. Gussets. You'll need to make some gussets. But we're going to make tucks and treat this like a ephemera holder. Okay, so let's put this one on right here. Let's make sure it's going up right. Okay, it is. Whew, thank goodness. Okay. All right, so now our next one is going from this one. So we're going from the end here to this first spot. So that is 3.5 inches. So from here to 3.5 inches, we're going to score it. Put my pin over there. Okay, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. Right there. Okay, now for the next 6 marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to score at every half inch. So we got 3.5, 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you should end up about 6.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope. I might have one extra in there. We'll see. Okay, so let's do our folding on these first. Make sure when you're folding these that you are folding them as straight as possible, lining as much up as you can, like so. Then you're going to open that one, and you're going to take this next one and fold it over. Make sure it's as straight as possible here on the sides. Then open that one. And then we're going to go to the next one right here. I hope these will be even on the ends. You never know. You just never know. Open. Flip it over. Fold on the next line. I might be folding on the same line, but it obviously must need it. And then we're going to fold on the next line. And then open and fold to the next line. And then open and fold one more line. Folding it this direction. Keeping this lined up. Okay, so now let's find out if we did it right. We're going to make our little accordion folds here. Yep. Okay, so that is correct so far. Let's look at the back. That's pretty good. That's pretty lined up. So now let's glue this piece in. So with those 6 score lines at a 1/2 inch, we've made this little accordion fold that we're going to glue together. Like so. Squish those together. Let's move this so we don't put glue all over in it. And I'm pushing down on that because I want it to be flat. I want this to be pretty flat. Okay. And I'm just going to bend each of these so that they are flexible. Okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is come from the bottom and snip them at an angle like that. Fold the next one up and give it a snip so they're even. And then the next one. There we go. Same way over here. Just a little snip. And a little snip. And a little snip. Okay? That's just going to make it look better when we put our papers in there. Okay. Now, we need to score this at 3.5. So we have, let's see, let's line this up at this line up at 4 and go 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. And put your line in like so. And then we're going to fold this one in like this. And I'm going to take a look over here. Yep, that's where we ended it, right there. Okay. And now we need to put on this part right here. And how did I do that? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Let's see. Well, let's make... Let me look again. I have that, that, and that. And then this. What did I do with you? Oh, I made it a pocket on the front. Okay, got it. Right there. I got it. Okay, so we want to line this up and make our hole punch about the same place as the other. 1, 2, 3, right in here somewhere. So it will be kind of even with the other one. Won't be perfect, but it'll be kind of perfect. Okay, I want to go ahead and go around this. We'll get parts of it done, won't we? Okay. Whoops, look at that. Well, hopefully my line will come right to there. Right there. I don't know where I bought my color box ink. It must have been like at Joann's or Hobby Lobby or something. So there must be people still selling it. But anyway, so far we have that, which looks good all by itself, doesn't it? Let me check my phone. My husband's out, so no, don't know who it is. Don't have to worry about that call. Okay, now the next part. We have this. And I ended up making my pocket on this side. And we went around with it to the other side to make a cover. Okay? That's kind of what I did with it. So let's start here, and we'll start with our front pocket. Now we have our choice. We can turn it this way if we want it to be different, or we can continue in this same fashion, in which case that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find my little 3-inch mark right here and put my little pocket there. Going to ink that up. I did not write down the scoring lines for this one. We're going to score them as necessary. Okay. So we just figure out where we want to put this. How big of a pocket do you want on there? Well, I think I like that. I think that looks pretty good. So I am going to give this a score at 1, 2, and 2 3/4 of an inch. That should do it. Now, let's give that another score. We got 2 3/4. So 1/8 of an inch away. I want you to score it again. Just an 1/8. Just a little 1/8 of an inch. And that is just going to give it a little bit of space in there to house things inside of your journal or your ephemera holder. See there? Just a little tiny place in there. Just little. Just an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch. And you'll see that almost fits. Well, we might have to go a little bit bigger, guys. Look at that, because that is very close. Of course, it doesn't need to be very big. I think it'll work. We'll go a little bit more on this side, though. Yeah, that is very close. That should just fit right in there. Okay, so we're going to make this pocket first. We're going to put this down here. Going to come across here. And a little bit on the bottom to put that spine together. And we're just going to tuck this in there, like so. Okay. Now let's run this across here. And that is gluing that little 1/8 of an inch spine together. Now these are off just slightly. I obviously had it off instead of making a full piece there like I should have. Okay, so that did not glue onto the spine, which is fine. It's glued onto the top. That's what's important. If it doesn't glue onto the spine, then you can make another line here, and on this line you can put some journaling paper. So we can do that. Okay, now we want to score this right here at right along this piece. Whatever number that's on, that's where you're scoring. So mine is at 3 5/8 of an inch, and then I'm going to go over 1/8 and one more and give that another score. So it's just about 1/4 of an inch there. So we'll fold this one in, hold that edge there to line them up, otherwise it's going to be crooked. And then the little one. Okay. Now let's see how far it goes. Okay, it goes to there. So now we can bring it back a little bit and put another little pocket on it if we want. We don't want to bring it back too far. Probably right about 2 inches, maybe. 1, 2. And then our little 3-inch line right about there is where this will go. And then right along in there. Let's see. Why did I score it back that far? I don't know. That won't work because it'll go clear over there. So that is wrong. This has to be scored at just like a little 1/2 inch or so. There. Take away this score line. It has to be much shorter, my friends. There. so that it just comes together there. Okay, sorry about that. So take away this last score line, and you're going to score it at, instead of at 2 inches, you're going to score it at 1 and 1 1/4 inches. Okay, sorry about that. I am so sorry. Okay. Now that ends up creating the one sheet wonder once we put the piece on it, and we will do that. We left some room here for it to grow, which it will do. Okay, so now that we've used up all of our papers, now we get to use scraps to finish the inside. Now I could take a second sheet of this paper and make our pockets, and it starts becoming a 2-sheet wonder if you'd like to do that. Or we can use our scrap papers and see what we have. So what do you think? You think I ought to use another piece of this? I mean, we could. We have these to make. Now before, I just made them out of extra paper here, like so. This is very pretty with the hearts, and I love this. I think that is really pretty, this kind of brown with the pinks. Here's some more roses. We could use that. There's another pretty brown. There's another rose. There's another one. What's it say? 6 by 8, 24 designs, 2 of each. 2 of each design. So we have several different brown ones. We have several pink ones. That's a pretty pink. Let's use it. Make sure it'll fit. Yep. Here's a pretty one. And not that one. This one. Should we go with this one? That one's really all out while the other two are more subdued, isn't it? Let's see if we have a more subdued one. Let's subdue it. There's one that's kind of white. Don't really want a kind of white one. Oh, no, that one we have. Well, we're going to use that one. Okay. So what I did with this was I cut this little top piece off first. Right here. Right there. I did not save those. I tossed them over to the side. And then I checked to see how big they would get. So I knew I couldn't fold them right up to the edge. So I knew I had to figure out from my line to my edge how much paper I had. And then I made a line. I backed it up a little bit. There we go. And that's where it's going to fold. So I made a score line on there. And then I scored it. Now you can turn a piece of this to the inside if you want to make a pocket that houses more things. I'll show you. Sometimes I think that's easier. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch there. And then well, that's not a 1/2 inch, but anyway. Whatever it is, it is. I'll just take it across there. Fold that little line in. Oh boy, that's not a very good line. Fold that little line in. There we go. We'll make those little edges like that. We're going to go down here like so. Across there. Take any glue out of the inside because boy, we don't want that in there. And then this piece here is going to go either back here or here in the front. In which case I do need to nip off some of that edging that is showing there. And then I will take the pink ink and go ahead and cover that up. Okay. And making sure this is right side up. And it is. I'm just going to put my ink right across here. And I'm going to put it right along this edge. Okay. Then I'm going to line that up in here so that it's even between the two, the top and the bottom. Shove that in there. And rub that down. And there we go, we have that one. So let's do our next one, which is going to be this one. We might as well put this one in the center. And I don't remember what we cut it at. But let's have a look. Let's just, or not cut, but fold. Going to fold this one there. This paper, this extra paper I'm using, is from the Park Lane printed paper pad. This is a 73.9 pound 200 GM2 paper. It's a 6x8, and that's how I'm ending up with this extra piece here. Half of an inch. That will be where I cut it, is at that 1/2 inch mark. There we go. We will glue those together. This will be the top. So make sure we're going top to top here. I'm going to lay that down right on top of that other one. I'm going to make sure I have room to fold it over. Just like that. I'm going to run a little bit of glue along the bottom of that piece. And hoping, I think that one might be upside down. Not sure. I am not sure, but I think it is an upside down one. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters at all. Okay, so let's do the last one. Oh, let's get that out of there. That is some extra glue that we do not need on there. There we go. And we got some in there too. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Now, I need to do this one. And we're going to, I think the up and down way is this way, and we're not doing it that way, so it doesn't matter. So right here's our first score line. And I am saving those pieces. So there's no specific on scoring this piece except for they seem to be scoring at 3 1/4 of an inch, which would be about right considering that that page was 3 7/8, something like that. 3 1/2. So this is 3 1/4. Okay, score that right where it needs to be scored, and then give it a 1/2 of an inch and cut on that other line. There we go. And that way, and that way, and we're going to fold that in. Yep, that'll work. Whoop. Let's get rid of that. I need to put that down a little flatter. Sorry about that. I'm making noise, just in a hurry. Oh yeah, yeah. She loves to sing. Okay, look at that. Oh, how cute it is. So lay those down. Make sure you got the top with the top. Yep. Put those all together there. Run them up against the inside of this one, or as close to it as you can. And put your little line in there. I forgot to check and see if I was recording. Wouldn't it be terrible if I got this far and realized that it wasn't saying I'm recording? It is. Of course you know that. I didn't. I was just sitting here thinking, oh dear. Did I mess up? But I didn't. Okay. So let's get the glue out of there. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, they're a little off, but that's okay. Now we need to put our hole punch at the top, and we can either make it in one side or both sides, whatever you would like to do. If you want to make it on both sides or on one side, you need to just do that right away. So I'm just going to line that first one up right there. And then I'm going to make my lines for my next one. See? And I'm going to there. And make my next one. Right there. Perfect. And what's next? Ink. Let's ink up our pieces. I probably have enough pink stuff to make a shabby journal by now, you guys. I think I need to round those corners, maybe. Not sure yet. Okay, so you could consider this done. However, we do need to make our outside piece. And the one thing about this is this had some extra little doodads in it, I believe. Is there anything there we could use with this? There's this, Love You Always. It's nice and thick. Let's peel that out of there. And let's see what we can do with it. See if I can cut a straight line. Don't know. Okay. So we know that can be on part of the front, right there, which would be on part of this, or this, not that one, one of these, this one. Okay, so it goes like this. We wrap it around, like so. And then we clip this off somewhere. And we're wrapping gently. We're not wrapping super hard. I'm going to clip that off. And clip that at an angle, which is actually okay. You do want to line these papers up so that they are not wonky to each other. Now, if you want to really, get that in there nice and tight, then go ahead and put something else on it that will hold it together right there. It could be just a little piece like, oh, I don't know. Could even just be a pretty little flower back there, like so. Or it could be just a piece of this. It could just even be this little purple piece. But let's go to the front and work on the front first. So we're going to put this on here, but first we need to take this off. We don't want to glue it to the back, that's for sure. And we're going to glue this onto here. So this will be somewhere lined up in here. And once we get it on the thing, we can line it up good. And between these lines, we're going to put some glue. Like so. Like that. And now we need to put a piece of paper behind it. And I do have an extra piece, an extra scrap of this right here. So we'll just put this on top of here, like so. Cut this here. And here. Like that. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, what did I do with that? I threw it somewhere. Oh, here it is. Help! I can't find it. So that's going to go right on here. Like so. And the reason I'm doing this is, one, to make it stronger, but two, because that band has that hole in the middle, that little hole in there, that just makes it so much weaker. So we're just strengthening the whole thing up by adding an extra piece of paper to the front. And if you've made it too big like I did, then just trim a little bit off. There. A little bit off here. There. And as long as I didn't get glue on that, which I did, it would erase. But it won't erase because I got glue on it. So there you are. And I should have went around this with pink to begin with. But maybe if I have to put a little bit of pink on that piece right there, that's okay. Okay, love you always is what it says. And find our little piece. Where did it go? Oh my. So now the important part is to go to the inside and decorate it up however you see fit. Oh dearie. Oh dearie me. There it went. So there you go. Oh, I got it a little crooked. There we go. So you need to go in and finish up the inside with the ephemera you find perfect for it. And these worked out great. I would probably use these again in this one. Either one. Might use these and cut them apart. I would go in and make tags like this to fit in those big pockets, because those are really super, aren't they? Now I made these bigger so they could have a bigger tag in them. And I would take maybe the extra pieces of paper here that I had for these, and I might use these as pockets. I'd cut them off there, Or you could put a little thing right there and make them, you know, put them on there, just like so. Make them a pocket right down there. So that's what I would do with them. Add some little perfume things if you have them. That's always pretty. And then if you want, you can come back in here and make that extra line and use the one score line you have there for putting paper into. I would put pockets definitely back here. And I would put pockets on here. So you can see there's a lot that you can do with this with extra pieces of paper. Perhaps this one would make a good side tuck if I used a couple of these and glued them together. I don't know where I put the rest of them. Here's one. Oh, I already cut that thing off of that one. There's two. So if I put maybe if I just went like this, and glued those together, I'd have a new pocket on the side here. Like that. That would be kind of cool. So that would work. Let's make a pocket out of that. And one more. And we'll have to bring this one down to there. Like that. There we go. There we go. And then we've used those little pieces up. And we could put it this way or this way. I think it looks better this way. So let's put a little, I have to make sure that's the right length. Almost. It's a little short. So right there is our center. So we put that right here. And it won't go edge to edge because it's just a little bit shorter. So we have a one sheet wonder and some scraps with this one. And I think that turns out pretty nice, adding the extra scraps to it, because then we can, I don't know, then we can just kind of dress it up a little bit more. We have this that we need a pocket on. This is a scrap, obviously. So we need to cut it there and here. Probably right there. Yeah. Looks like we're continuing on here, doesn't it? Right about there. And where was the other one? Right there. Ta-da, we got these little pieces. Now we've got more little pieces. Now, make sure this gets in between these lines here. Well, it could actually go over that first line there because it's in the wrong spot, isn't it? Yeah, because it could actually go clear to here. No, it can't. No, don't pay attention to me. It can go over the first one, but not the second one. No, can't go over any of them. Keep it between the fold lines. Whoa! And don't overthink it. There we go. Of course, it would be nice to add a little bit of lace to this one because now it's getting cuter and cuter. This is cute. That turned out really adorable, don't you think? I think so. So this is just going to hold a little tag, not a big one. This will hold the bigger tag. And that. And of course, we have to make journal cards for here. Now, I do have, let me see what I have here. I know I have some big journal cards. Oh, I might even have some really big ones. Oh, wow. Let's see. Here's this one. That's the Poetic Rose. And then we have the little ones. Pretty Pale. I think I have that one somewhere. I don't have the one that goes with this kit, I don't think. But I have those. So let's have a peek at them. And let's see, will they fit? Oh, they will. If we cut it down just a little bit. So I'm going to cut it down right there. There we go. And now I'm going to scallop it. This thing is stuffed full, my friends. Very stuffed full. Okay, let's see if it'll fit. Oh, look at that. Perfect, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, so we need another one. We need two more, actually. We have this one. And, oh, there's one with feathers. That's pretty. Oh, there's one with sweets. The best love is the kind that takes, the kind that awakens the soul. Not one that takes a soul. That would be a bad one. Okay. So. There. And here. And keeping those two right together. Saving those. That could be a pocket. Keeping these two right together. So we're speed doing this stuff. And there we go. Quick way to make some journal cards and to use up some papers. I love it. That is what I love to do. Okay, so there is our little cards right there. And then we need some little journaling cards. Perhaps we'd put in this one and this one and this one. And let's do this. Keeping those all together. And of course we'd go around them with ink, ink, ink. And we're just going to put these right in here. So there is 2. And I don't know if this will fit over here. Oh, it will. There's 1. Oh, look. Let's do this one. That one is very cute. Oh, I love that. So we have 2 in there. We could put 3, 4 in each one, whatever we want to do. We have one back here. So here's this, and oh, here's bee culture. We haven't done any bee culture in these. So these will go back here. And this is a tiny pocket. And this I'm going to trim this one down. Oh yeah. Okay. Trim it down a little bit more. There we go. This is overstuffed, I'm afraid. There we go. There. Look at that. And now we have just a few more right over here. So let's look at this one. We have this card here. Perfect. And we have this one here. It's perfect as well because it matches this quite well. And then over here, oh my goodness, we are going to put this little bird as a calling card, maybe. There we go. Little calling card there. We could put another calling card in it. We'd have to cut it off a little bit. A little bit more. Just a little piece of paper to give to somebody. There we go. And now we are done. And our front decoration is gone. I lost it again, you guys. Don't be surprised if I don't mail some of these out to you guys. Trying to get through some paper that I've had for a long time. I might have to share. This one goes to the other one, actually. To this one. Not that one. Let me put this down here. Here we go. This one goes to this one. Oops, upside down. I may have done this one just too tight. So I may have to make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So there's that one. Now this one, it was the 2-sheet wonder. I didn't finish it because I was more interested in making 1-sheet wonders. But as you can see, if you want to do this 1-sheet wonder, you do need some scraps to put in these 3 pieces. And then some scraps to put in a couple extra pockets. That's what I did here. So that's how that works. So let's put this on this one. And there we go. That's what we have for today. Well, that was earlier, but we could leave it on top since it's got the pretty pieces. Okay, that is all I have to show you for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I know that was a little bit long. Let me get that out of the way, and this out of the way, and that out of the way, and that. Put that up there. These right there, this up there. And let me get rid of some little tiny scraps. Not saving those. And then I'll need this for this one. So I gotta save that one. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.